Welcome back, Troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. We've got a fun unboxing episode tonight, my friends. Not necessarily any electric guitars, but we've got a couple of small ones in our mail pile, and something I am really happy I ran across on Reverb one night. So, this thing came to me from the Netherlands, and we had just recently talked about the Netherlands exclusive signature Les Paul. Guess what? My video ended up making those things sell out. Yeah, that happens sometimes when I talk about things. And then I started to realize just how often I actually buy things from the Netherlands. They've got some great stuff over there. But no, this thing showed up on Reverb one night, and it's like, okay, I have absolutely no use for this, but I've been wanting to see one of these for such a long time that I made the seller an offer, and to my surprise, we were able to come to a deal. So, inside here, we've got some bubble wrap, some brown paper, and then eventually something that I think will make a great museum display piece. Do you guys know what this is? It's a Gibson banjo neck. But not just any Gibson banjo neck, this is the exact style of banjo that they took the inlays off of to create the Les Paul Artisan. So I've always known that the inlays came from one of these things, but I've never actually seen one for sale. So when just the neck showed up at a very reasonable price, I think I paid like $300 for this. I have absolutely no idea if that was a good price to pay or not, but basically I just want this hanging up in my museum next to my Les Paul Artisan collection of every single color that they've ever done. And who knows, maybe I'll get like a donor body, because I guess this is something that banjo players do. They swap necks around on them. I'm not sure if this one has any like hidden issues that I don't know about, but to be honest, I didn't really care for the price point. It's got some interesting wood figuring to it. It almost looks more so like a veneer because it doesn't move too much, but somebody's definitely played this thing in. It's got a lot of wear right there. We don't currently have any tuners on it, but I was not expecting this. You've got like additional fancy binding along the edge of it on top of all of our cool hearts and flowers inlays here. I mean, they pretty much just took a lot of these just directly for the Les Paul Artisan. But not all of them. Some of them are still unique to this. Maybe we need a Les Paul Artisan version 2 from the Gibson Custom Shop in 2023. But I suppose since I do have a really cool custom color trans blue Les Paul Artisan in my collection, we might as well just, take a look at it side by side here. Like one day, you guys will be able to too in my guitar museum. So yeah, if you got a spare banjo body laying around, I guess let me know. I don't know if the truss rod's in good shape or not. Generally, a Les Paul that would look like that would not be such a good thing. I can definitely see there is some sort of a light twist to this neck, but I'm not sure if you put string tension back on it, if that would matter. Again, I don't care. I just bought it as a fun display piece because I've never seen one of these things for sale before. I mean, I've spent $200 on a wooden baseball bat once. I wish I would have kept one of those things around. But before we continue on today, we have a word from our sponsor, Sweetwater. Sweetwater is the premier place to buy your gear. Whether it's brand new guitars, some pedals, just a patch lead, or you need a whole entire recording setup, these are your guys. My favorite thing about them being a guitar player is when I want to buy a guitar, I want to know what I'm buying because you're taking quite a risk sometimes. And these guys, they show you the weight. They show you photos of all the guitars that they have available. They are a great partner to buy from when you're buying a high-end instrument. And hey, they also do giveaways. Check that link in the description to enter yourself in to win some good stuff. All right, package number 2. I think we will start with this. This is from the Music Zoo. So we've been documenting a lot of their signature made-to-measure custom order type things. So we've had things like the Les Paul Senior, which that was a hit of a video. Thank you guys for watching that. I was a little bit worried if people would watch a second video on it, especially since I still have that other one that I documented of them, the Les Paul Rhythm Junior. They sent this around that same time. It just kind of sat over here. So it looks like just a little bit of a care package here. We got a cool Music Zoo mug. I'm sure my mom will appreciate that. You can never have too many polishing cloths. No, sweet. My wife will be happy to have a new reusable grocery bag. Thank you, my Music Zoo friends. Next up here, though, you guys need to get excited. So kind of similar to that Artisan neck that I just unboxed here for you. This is another one of those late night reverb buys. I don't know what I was thinking. A lot of this is just dumb, but it's Gibson memorabilia that is just really, really strange. So to start things off here, my friends, we have the coolest USB thumb drive stick you've ever done see. it's in the shape of a Les Paul. Apparently you plug it in at the bottom in order to transfer stuff, so that's not very useful. But hey, it looks really cool, right? It even has a case, like that looks like a real Gibson case there. It looks like when you plug it in too, there's a green light on here. So let's see here. Can I carefully open this? Because I think it's new old stock, but... Yep, so here's our little wire. However, unfortunately, I think I have to break the blister pack to get it out. So I don't want to do that because this is just a cool little display piece. But if this isn't the silliest Gibson thing you've ever seen, just wait until you see what else is in this box. Perhaps the silliest thing to ever bear the Gibson logo is this. This was just too silly not to buy. This is a Gibson external USB 2.0 triple DVD drive. Like, yeah, who wouldn't want this, right? You put in your DVD, your Gibson glows. You've got to definitely be a Gibson fan to want this. I mean, I'm also the guy that has the Gibson Les Paul monitors just for collector's value. So this was just... I was speechless when I saw this. And again, it seems to be new old stock. I don't think I really want to open this today. Well, maybe not. Maybe it has been opened. All right, so we have our cool early 2000s see-through technology here. Got some sort of a bracket. Technical support. Good luck on getting that for this very cool item. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know if Gibson actually made this or if they just put their branding on it. I don't really know when these things were made, but I assume it's the early 2000s. I'm not sure if he was buying all those other companies at that point in time or not. But that's pretty sweet that the Gibson branding will light up. It's got a little bit of a fan right there, and yeah, it'll play your DVDs, I guess. But now the moment of truth, does it actually still work and light up? Doesn't appear to. But oh well, I still have one more treat in here that I spent way too much for. This is a little bit less crazy. It's called the Git Kit. See, at first I thought this is like what those collectible cards would have came in, which I think they did come in something similar, but somebody had sent me a pack of those. So they'll probably get displayed next to things like this. But this is like a care kit. Initially tagged at almost $100 for all of that you see here. So it's a 2-inch adjustable Gibson logo strap. Okay, that kind of helps make sense of some of the price point. The Luthier's Choice Polish fretboard conditioner and string cleaner. 2 lint-free Gibson polishing cloths. A Gibson string winder and a coupon for 1 free set of Gibson Brightwire electric guitar strings because they couldn't fit it in here. So you get all that, a cool collectible tin for $100. I mean, that seems to make sense to me. I think I had to pay a little bit more than that. If I remember correctly, I paid like $400 for all this junk. Yeah, just for the laughs. I mean, it'll look good in a display one day. Okay, our next 2 little packages. It looks like this came from Parkway Music. I don't remember ordering anything from these guys, but I guess we'll have to see. Some of these have sat around for a while. Sometimes people send me stuff in boxes that have already been used. Let's see, what is in here? Oh, okay. I was actually really excited to find this. This is another display collection piece. So this is a Gibson TP6 tailpiece in the original replacement parts box. Now, things like this, it's hard to find them truly new old stock because most of them have just been in storage. Dang, this one's actually a little bit more beat up than I was hoping for. But anyways, what I'm saying is I don't think they were ever actually factory sealed at any point in time. So I don't pay a huge premium for there being a box, but just that you have the box, I want a complete set of everything because they also sold pickups like that, and then you get all your cool fancy bits. So I don't think I had the TP6 tailpiece box before, and it looks like, yeah, unfortunately this one's missing the manuals, so it's not truly new old stock like it was probably sold to me. But I finally figured out what the TP6 tailpiece was for. The way these things work is you put the string in here, and then as you tighten this down, it moves it back, and then that changes the pitch of the string, right? But it always seemed kind of redundant if you didn't have some sort of a locking system, so I always thought it was just for looks. But this finally tells us, right hand fine-tuning while you're playing. There we go. We solved the mystery. So that means if you're like laying down some fancy jazz chords and, that doesn't sound right, you go back here and go zoop, zoop, and you can do it on the fly. So now the TP6 tailpiece makes a heck of a lot more sense. Let's just say I'm glad I didn't pay too much of a premium for this one because, yeah, this box is a bit more beat up than I'd like. However, I'm not doing too bad. TP6 tailpiece in chrome, so I still need the gold. I've got the golden posi locks. I've got the regular tuners as well as the flip-out winding tuners in chrome, so I need the gold set as well. Then I've got an extra spare box right here for posi lock buttons. So I'm working on this collection. Slowly but surely, we'll get them all. And lastly, in our fun unboxing small packages day, let's find out what is in here. So if I remember the story correctly, this was actually a fan who sent me these pickups, which is a very generous offer because he hand winds these on his website. And he was just asking me if I would actually want to try a set out because he just wanted to give me something for all the great content I've given him over the years. So I told him, sure, I'll take a set. It'll probably be a while before I can put these into anything, but I was thinking, that old Epiphone Les Paul I have, I don't necessarily have any pickups for that, and I need to rewire it. So I thought, hey, maybe this would be a perfect set for that. So this will kind of be a future episode type thing where we eventually redo that guitar because it deserves to be redone. I just kind of hacked it all together one day because I was trying to put Dimshaw PAFs in it, but unfortunately that didn't work out because I was trying to put the wiring diagram, like the whole base plate of an 80s Les Paul also in it, because I was trying to basically just make it a Silverburst Les Paul custom from the 80s. But yeah, that didn't work out, and then I just kind of ruined my guitar. And now starting our packing journey. I've had this one for a little bit of time, and it's a model that, I probably do want to keep, but I don't want this one because I had such a negative interaction with the seller of this one. It was a pawn shop who had no business selling a nice guitar like this. Because when I had gotten this one, the frets weren't actually level, and for a 2018 Gibson, that just doesn't make any sense to me. So this must have got played more than they were letting on, but apparently one of the guys just traded in one of these that frequents his shop. They also had a red one that they listed the next week, but after my process of this one, it's like, nah, I think I'll pass. So I had to get the frets leveled on this one. But that was good because then that led to that 57 Les Paul custom video. So, all's well that ends well. But to keep this one in my personal collection after the bad interaction, it's like, nope, not in my best interest. And it's going to a guy who just absolutely loves these things. He had fallen in love with the original versions of these because there was some 13-year-old kid, back in the day that just played an awesome rock and roll song on one of these. He was telling me the story on Reverb when he had made the offer on this because he was flirting around with this guitar for a couple of months, and then eventually I just took his offer because it's like, you know what, I'm ready to move it on, so let's get it to a good home. But alright, Troglodytes, I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you tomorrow on the next one. Take care.